What is the difference between state and non-state human rights protection? Imagine a world where your rights are protected not just by laws made by governments but also by organizations that work outside of them. That's what we're exploring today. When it comes to human rights, there are two main ways they get protected. The first is through the government, called state protection. The second is through groups and organizations outside the government, known as non-state protection. Both play important roles, but they work very differently. State human rights protection is about governments taking responsibility. They create laws, set up courts, and have police to make sure people's rights are respected. For example, a government might pass laws against discrimination or establish courts to hear cases of rights violations. These laws are backed by the authority of the state, meaning they can enforce them through legal actions. In liberal democracies, these protections are often written into the Constitution, which is the highest law of the land. The government has the power to punish those who break these laws and to ensure everyone's rights are protected within the country. Non-state human rights protection involves organizations and groups outside of government. Think of groups like Amnesty International or the United Nations. They don't have the power to make or enforce laws, but they can monitor what governments do. They investigate human rights abuses, raise awareness, and advocate for change. For example, if a government is not protecting minority rights, these groups can put pressure on them through campaigns or international pressure. They also help victims by providing legal aid or humanitarian support. These groups are important because they can act quickly and independently, especially when governments fail to protect their citizens. Both types of protection are vital in a liberal view. Governments are responsible for creating the legal framework and ensuring rights are respected. Non-governmental groups help hold governments accountable and extend human rights protections beyond borders. They can spotlight abuses that might otherwise go unnoticed and push for reforms. For instance, if a government refuses to act on a human rights issue, international organizations can step in to pressure or support change. In practical terms, state protection might mean passing anti-discrimination laws, creating independent courts, or providing public services to ensure rights are upheld. Non-state protection could involve conducting investigations into rights abuses, running advocacy campaigns, or helping individuals access legal help. Both work together to make sure human rights are respected and upheld everywhere. So, in simple words, state protection is about laws and enforcement within a country, while non-state protection is about advocacy, monitoring, and support from outside the government. Both are essential in making sure everyone's human rights are protected and respected.